Hi guys, welcome back to yet another YouTube video. Welcome to the House of the Rex. My name is Zandi, also known as Mrs. Rex. So today we're gonna do a story time as part of the hashtag Road to 100 Subbies. So I'm gonna do a story time. I don't remember where I mentioned this, but I mentioned somewhere that I had a scar somewhere or something like that. I can't remember. So I'm gonna share a little bit about Zandi between the ages of, I think it was between the ages of 8 and I want to say 10. Yeah, I think 10. 10 was, so many years ago. But yes. Yes. So I have quite a few scars, ne? I have a scar here, over here. I have another scar here somewhere. I have a scar just above my knee. I have a scar on my knee. I have a scar on the other side, just above my knee as well. Essentially, I have a lot of scars from hurting myself. So I'm going to tell you a story about the scar on my knee and this scar. So it was the year... No, I'm kidding. Right. So it was, I want to say maybe it was 99 or 2000. No, I don't think it was 2000. What grade was I in? I think I was in grade 6. No, not grade 6. That's a lie. I think I was in grade 4. Or was it grade 3? I can't remember. No, I was in grade 4. I was in grade 4. Grade 4 is how many years ago? I don't remember. But I don't remember what year it was. It was 90-something. Yeah, I think it was the year 99 or the year 2000. I really can't remember. So I am playing with my friends. We were playing, I think we're playing hide and seek. But kasi, black mampatili. And it was late at night. I think it was around 8 o'clock at night. It was a Saturday. And we were playing. So the nice thing about my Kasine, where I grew up, it was in Valcom, Oppenheimer Park. We would play until, like our parents knew where we were. Like we were such a close-knit neighborhood such a close-knit neighborhood. Like we knew each other's families. We knew, like I could go into maybe Mpa's house and get in there and I could say I'm hungry. He could come to my house, say he's hungry, he would get food. I could go to Lerato's house. Like that's how close that's how close the neighborhood was. Like that's how close we were to one another. And I'm still not close to all of them, but I still, talk to some of them. I'm close with one of the friends from back then. But anyway, that doesn't matter. So there we were playing Black Mampatili. Ew, like it was lit. Or as, I don't know what the young kids say, but yeah, lit. It was very fun. We're having the time of our lives. And I do believe it was around 8 o'clock at night. And it was on a Saturday. So as we're busy playing, we were at... So, and I was the last person. I think I was one of the last people who were still... who still hadn't been found. And I had to... And I remember jumping over you're saying it's Friday, almost 5 o'clock. My English bundles are finished. But I was jumping over the fence. Over the trata. I was jumping over the fence to go over into the next door house from the house that I was hiding at. because I realized that, okay, a lot of the ones who were found, who were in the same, who were like in my vicinity of where I was hiding, were, there as well. Were found there. So I was like, no, let me jump over, and definitely here they won't find me. And remember, with Black Mampatili, I don't know if it was played like this with everyone, but if you go where the seeker was started the game, ne? So where they were counting and whatnot, if you get there before them, you win the game. So I was that was my intention. I wanted to get there so that I win the game. Sharp. There I am, jump over the fence. Sharp, I land. Now I'm on all fours, and I'm on sand. Sand, mobu. I'm on the sand, and I'm just there like, we were very good on our fours, right? There I am. Next thing, I feel this thing on my knee. I'm like, it's probably just a stone or a tiny little rock. I continue there. Ga, 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 ga. Eh? Ga, 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 ga. Don't bite me. I go, ga, 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 ga. This guy has my finger trying to bite me. Then I feel this thing, and I'm like, okay, no, it's probably just a little rock. Sharp. As I continue, now I start feeling this wet, cold sensation on my leg. Okay, sorry, here's my hand. I feel this cold, wet sensation on my leg, and I'm like, what is that? I'm like, okay, maybe the sand here is like super cold, right? Hi, Riley. Like, okay, maybe the sand here is super cold, and maybe that's why it's feeling like that, which makes no sense. Then, I feel something is not right here. I then sit on my bum, and I lift my leg, and then I touch remember it's at night, I touch my knee, and I feel something feels weird here. Excuse me. Then I put my hand up like this, because it's dark. I put my hand up like this because there was a spotlight. I don't know if you guys remember those spotlights that used to be, that had like those different light thingies. It was a super, super, super high, super tall light. And then it had the different lights that came out. I think there's still some lights that are still like that. I don't know. So it's that light. So I'm like trying to see what's going on. Then I see this dark color, and I'm like, what is this color? And then I realized, oh no, this is blood. The moment I realized that this is blood, then I start crying. Hey, I cry. But as I'm crying, I start saying nonsense things. I don't know what I was saying. Like, I remember the guy who saw me first, or who came to me first, Nelly Sipo. And he comes up, he's like, dang, what's going on? And I'm like, I don't know. Oh my gosh, I'm bleeding. And then he holds me, and then the other friend comes. I don't remember who it was. The other friend comes, and now they're holding me like this. And now there we are. And now I'm limping, like, oh. Suddenly I'm crying because I'm feeling pain. Oh, oh. And then we get to the street, and I sit on the street, like on the paving. I sit down, and now I can see properly, because now we are where like the street lights are, and I can see properly. And then I look at my knee. I'm like, what in the world did this to me? Now there's so much blood that's coming out, and like it's like pouring out of my leg, right? And as it's pouring out, it's filling the street as well. Like, I get it's my leg, and the blood is coming out like this. So there's blood like this on the street. Then they go call my mom. They go to my house, they knock. Zandile, yo, Zandilo, o le metse. Mahadi, hey, yo, ing. And then sharp, my mom comes. I don't know if my sister was there, my older sister. I don't know if she was home or if she came with my mom. But Tandi was there with me, my younger sister. She was there with me in the street. We were all playing together. So then my mom comes and they realize, yo, okay, this is a hectic situation. We need to take her to the hospital. They call my dad. My dad was not home. They call my dad. No, my dad is not answering the phone. It's Friday night, but they're out here enjoying their lives. I think my dad was like in his late 30s at that time or early 40s. And I'm lying. It's probably early 40s. So now, okay, now they need to figure out, okay, how do we get her to the hospital? Okay, fine, we get someone. I think it was my other friend's dad who took me to the hospital. I think it was Tenji's dad who took me to the hospital. So they take me to the hospital. We get there. And, okay, they look at me. The nurses look at me. Okay, sharp. They clean me up a little bit. Then the doctor comes. They check my knee. Okay, no, they see, okay, there's no, there's no, like, permanent damage or anything like that. You can see the cartilage and everything. Oh, guys, it was horrendous. It was bad. It was like a really deep cut. Then, if this was not the internet, I would show you my knee, but I'm not going to do that. This is the internet, after all. Then they stitched me. I think I had like 11 stitches. No, I'm lying, not 11. I think it was 7 stitches. Yes, it was 7 stitches. And then they closed it up with that plastic thingy. No, it wasn't that. But they closed it up and then they bandaged me. And then I had to be... I had the stitches, I think, for like 2 weeks. Was it 2 weeks? I don't remember, but I had the stitches for a while. And everyone started feeling sorry for me at school, and I liked the attention because now they were holding my bag, carrying my bag, and this and that. Because once in grade 4, that's when we started changing classes. Whereas in grade 1, 2, and 3, the teachers came to your class. So the teachers of the different subjects came to your class. And then from grade 4, you, the students or the learners, go to the different classes. You go to the teacher's class instead of them coming to you. So when we're changing periods, I would not be carrying my bag. Someone would be carrying my bag for me. One of the classmates would be carrying my bag for me, and then we would go. Yeah. Then, this is now this first scar on the knee, ne? And I remember there would be times where I had to, because now I'd have to go to the clinic for them to clean the wound and make sure that, nothing is going wrong. I think I had the stitches for more than 2 weeks. Yes, it probably was a month. Or easy, but let's say for argument's sake it was a month, and every week I had to go to the clinic. And back then, we used to take this transport. It wasn't really transport, nearly taxi that we would take, but because it was the same people all the time, it ended up being like transport, right? And the driver knew us and all of that. So on the days that I had to go to the clinic, he knew where to drop me off, and then Tandi, my younger sister, then would go with them, and they would drop her off at the right place. Oh, guys, I miss those days when you could just leave your younger sister, who is like 7 years old, and the taxi driver knew exactly where to drop her off, and he would drop her off there, and your little sister would make it home. Okay, let's not get into that. But yeah, those were the days, right? So then I would do that. I'd go to the clinic. They open me up. They check what's going on. Like, isn't like they open the bandage, check what's going on. Then they clean the wound, sharp, bandage me up again. Then I can go home. Now, from Las Vegas to Open My Pack, there is a taxi, ne? But I was just like, I'm not going to take a taxi. It's fine. I'll walk. So I'd walk that distance. Imagine I am hurt and I'd be walking the distance. I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking clearly. Then I'd walk that distance. I think it was like, on a normal leg, it would probably take about, I want to say maybe 30 minutes. But then it would end up taking me about 45 minutes to an hour. Then I'd walk. I think the first time, though, I took a taxi because obviously it was still fresh and all of that. So I think I took a taxi. After that, I'd walk the distance. But then I wouldn't have my bag with me. Tandi would have my bag. Then I remember the day I went to go clean this wound. Then the nurses were like, okay, no, now it's time to they took out the stitches. And then they said, okay, we taking out the stitches. And then they said, we're not going to bandage it up because it needs to get some air so that it can actually, heal. Sharp. They take out the stitches. I can't remember if they had that plastic-ish thing that covers, and it was just that, and there was no bandage. I think that's what it was, ne? Moj. I am walking, and I remember these kids, because there were kids who were coming from their schools who would be walking to their homes, and I just look at my leg like, what is going on? Especially because the bandage was not there anymore. Like, it looked disgusting, guys. Like, it looked disgusting. That's how bad it was. And they'll just be looking at my leg like, ew. And I feel so insecure because I'm like, I know I have this nasty thing on my leg, but kitlaring. Sharp. This is now, I think it was a Friday, ne? And again, this whole time, I'm not allowed to go to the streets and play because we don't play like just sitting and doing nothing. We play. Like, we would run, we would skip, we would jump, we would, all these things. That's the kind of games that we would play. We were always playing like hyperactive games. And it didn't help that I was such a tomboy either. Yes. Then, now, on this day, I say to my mom, can I please go play with my friends? She's like, no, you know the rule. You're not going anywhere until you're fully healed. Then I say to her, I'm like, okay, I'm basically healed. I mean, they took out the stitches. I don't have the bandage anymore. And besides, we are not going to be playing like hardcore playing. So my friend and I, there's this thing that we used to do where we were the older ones. Then we would go to one of our friends' house because they had like back rooms, and then we would play in that room, and the younger ones would come with their homework, and then we would help them with their homework, like maths or what spelling or whatever. That's what we would do. So we would do that, and we were like, no, that's what we're gonna go do. We're not gonna be running around or anything like that. We go to then my mom is like, okay, fine, as long as you're not going to be running around. I'm like, no, I'm not going to be running around. Okay, sharp. In any case, I still can't like fully run or fully bend my leg, right? Because I mean, it's still fresh. Sharp. Then we go to this friend's house. Can I tell you that didn't last? That didn't last. I'm now going into the second scar. We felt like, okay, no, we done playing, we done doing homework. Now what? And I was like, okay, guys, whatever it is that we decide to do, it can't be anything that is too extreme because, I'm still trying to heal from this fender bender. Alright, March, sharp. We go next door to the other friend's house. So this is now the other friend of mine, the friend who's older, who's the same age as me. We go to her house. Then they have this green steel frame thing, ne? It had two thick poles on two sides, and then on the other sides, they were not like super thick. So the one side was like this thick. It was like cylinder thick type of legs. And then the other side, they were probably like a little less thicker. And it was the legs for the other side. And then it had this frame thing that it was holding where the legs were holding up. So this frame thingy, it was like a square, and then it had like a middle partition or whatever. So now they're busy playing with this thing, and I'm sitting on the side and I'm watching them. And then I'm like, I wonder if I do this, will this thing be able to carry me? When you're a kid, ne? The things that your mind tells you to try out. So I'm like, okay, let me try it out. I'm like, guys, I want to try out this thing. So we lift this thing. It's a heavy steel frame thing. Let's not forget that, ne? So we lift it up. As we're lifting it up, I hold on to the frame, the square frame thingy. I hold on to it. Then, genius me wants to swing. We put on now, why am I trying to swing on this thing where these kids are holding it up? Obviously, they're not going to be able to hold it up while I swing. So I hold on to this thing. Did that whole frame not come down on me? Thinking about it now, I'm just like, what a dummy. The whole frame came down on me. Boo! It hit me here. And as it came down, because it's not I think it was like right on my waist. As it was coming down, it comes down, it hits me on my face, and then I fell on my knees. The very same knee that was still healing. Girl, let me tell you something. I did not want to go home because I said to my mom, we're going to be sitting in a room doing homework or whatever. We're not playing things. But now I'm bleeding and the blood is coming into my eye like this. I don't know if you can see the scar properly. But now here I am, I'm bleeding and I'm like, I can't just sit here. I have to go. All right, we go. The moment my mom saw us coming, she knew exactly what was happening. Oh yeah, and I have another scar here. This one is the one that caused me to be afraid of lightning. But anyway, that's a story for another day. My mom says she saw us coming. Something happened. I can just tell. I get in and she's like, what happened? I'm bleeding. She's like, what happened? No. Now I'm trying to tell a story. I think I lied. And I think I said something along the lines of, if my mom ever sees this, now she's going to know what I lied to her. I think I said something along the lines of, no, they were playing on this steel frame thing and I was sitting on the side and I was watching them, which is true. Then one of them was doing something and I was trying to help. And instead of helping, I didn't realize how heavy the thing was. Then it fell on me and that's how I ended up hurting myself. A story like that, something like that. I really can't remember exactly what I said, but it was something along those lines. Now I had to go to the hospital again. The nurses, because there were other things as well. The nurses started calling me Makoti. And again, this time around, my dad was there and he was mad. And he says to the receptionist at the hospital, and this one, she was hurt not so long ago. She just took out the stitches. He picks me up and puts me on the counter. He's like, you see? And then he shows her my knee. You see? She was busy. And he's just shouting there. And I'm just like, oh my Lord, this is so embarrassing. What did I do? Hi, Keshap. See, Nancy. Hey. Then I get stitches. I think I got 3 stitches here. I really can't remember. But I think it's 3 stitches. I got like 3 stitches. So I had 7 stitches on my knee and 3 stitches here. This one really does not have like a big story. It was just like this, I don't know if it's cartilage as well, but like this fat thing. It was like whitish, yellowish, and it was like, I don't know what that sound was, but it was like, coming out like that. And they were like, yo, it freaked me out because I had not seen myself. Then I got the stitches and everything. And that day, my mom was like, you're not going anywhere ever again. You are staying in this house because you keep getting hurt. And I stayed in the house until I healed from the scar on my knee and until I healed on the scar on just above my eyebrow. Then I'm sure a few months later, I got the scar in the house. I mean, obviously I didn't stay in the house until then, but I properly stayed in the house for a while because of not listening and doing things that I said I would not do. It was, but I was such a hardhead, an adventure thrill seeker, that I got hurt so many times. Like, I cannot tell you. But I had a lot of scars from all the different activities and things that I did. And I just thought, let me share like a lighthearted, funny tomboy child Zandi story. But yeah, that's it, guys. So next week Friday I'll be telling another story. Wednesday there was no video, or rather there was no vlog, but there was a short. So I realized actually that as I had mentioned, me saying, okay, no, I'm not gonna release videos at in the mornings anymore, but rather at 6 o'clock. I actually realized that no, I don't have the time to record and edit all before the next day of uploading. With that said, from now onwards, I'm going to upload full videos Mondays and Fridays, and then on Wednesdays it'll just be a short. However, if let's say Monday's vlog is too long, if it's too long, then I will do it in 2 parts, and then it'll be Monday and Wednesday, and then Friday will still be a home style video like this one. And it'll be for now it'll be a story time, and then once we hit the 100 mark, then we'll start making different kinds of videos. So guys, thank you so much for thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you laughed. I hope you got to know me a little bit better, and know the kind of child that I was, and you understand now why Zoe is like the way she is. But yeah, yes, please do remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment, let's have a chat. Tell me what kind of child you were, the things that you did. Do you have any scars? How many scars do you have? Did you ever get stitches as a child? And remember to hit that notification bell to be notified of every time I post or upload a video or a short or a community note. Yeah, guys, so thank you so much. And the guy is also calling me, so see you on the flip side. Bye, guys.